Hi Virgo, welcome to your end of October 2019 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. I can't believe I only have 18 minutes left on this memory card because it seems like just recently I was, erasing all these things, so it just shows you how much space is taken up by these things. What else did I want to tell you? Well, I don't know. Oh, well, you're going to have a new moon in your third house on October 27th, which falls in this time period. So this is in Scorpio. And that's a friendly angle to you, so that should be nice, especially if you have a writing project that you want to get into or some other kind of teaching commitment or any kind of communication project. I'm also being mindful of the fact that I only have 16 minutes left right now because that means I have to be careful about the time so I don't just get cut out, cut off. The heart of the matter is the Star card, which is a card of, to me, sometimes to me it means that you have a newfound appreciation for how life can be magical. And usually to me this is occurring because the person has felt perhaps a little bit let down by something in their life, and so they have that sense of, wow, this is really working out. Life is working out on my behalf. And that sense of relief and joy that it brings. And this is because the Star card can be about healing and regaining hope and faith. It's about unseen things, that's what faith is. You have to believe in something that isn't physically present in order to really have faith. And sometimes the Star card to me means going after your dreams. The Star card is connected to the sign of Aquarius, if that is meaningful to you in terms of somebody in your life. In the past position, we have the Seven of Cups. And this indicates that there may have been confusion going on where you weren't really sure what to pursue, what to choose, what to believe about a situation, especially choice, because it's featured here. I'm going to bring this up. This is the challenge card, is the Two of Swords. So sometimes that can be, being at a crossroads in your life. And an example would be deciding whether or not to relocate, and maybe relocate to a place you've never been to before. And, will I be able to find work, or will I like it, and having to maybe step out on faith and not be too cautious, overly cautious and afraid. If you feel called to do something, and that's what I feel like the Star card could be. Even like somebody who has crossed over, who is helping you and pushing you in a certain direction, kind of like telling you this is where you're supposed to be. And, if you follow that and you really kind of feel drawn to take a certain path, not being afraid of what if, but not doing something in a diluted way, and just doing something on a whim, but really trusting that if you're doing something that you really feel is your sense of purpose or whatever it is on that level, that you can't go wrong. And the higher message is the Chariot card, and this is a card of success. It can be travel, so I was getting travel vibes as well. And it's also a card of kind of grabbing the reins of the horse, getting in the driver's seat, getting control of your life, and that can be in any area of your life. But to me, this reading speaks of following a dream of yours, and maybe being still a little bit torn about it because you're not quite sure if it's crazy to do that. And, you know, I think that people have different levels of, you know, different comfort levels when it comes to pursuing things that don't have like a guarantee to them. And some people just really thrive on that, and some people it just drives them crazy because they just feel extremely apprehensive. And in terms of temperaments, I think Virgo, you're an earth sign, so you're going to tend to be approaching any kind of decision you make from a pragmatic perspective. And I also think Virgos tend to be nervous Nellies and overthink things, and I have the moon in Virgo, so that's why I say that I understand that about myself, and just have that kind of high-strung demeanor because you're an earth sign, but you're also a mutable sign. So mutable signs are very kind of like capable of being influenced by their environment to some degree, because they're so flexible and changeable, you know. And so if you feel like maybe the sense of indecision about what it is that, if you have a decision to make, ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? The worst thing that can possibly happen in that, you know, if you make X decision versus Y decision, because maybe you have a good reason to be nervous, or maybe you are just wanting complete guarantees. Well, there's no guarantees in your life, even if you stay firmly planted where you are, that nothing bad is going to ever happen. So remember that as well, is that anything truly can happen in life, and it works both ways. Something really good could happen. What's coming in is represented by the Father of Swords. This makes me think that you're going to decide in a very dispassionate way, and it's going to be something that feels really good. I know I've finally realized that I'm a pretty indecisive person, and actually that's one of the reasons why it bothers me whenever they talk about me, you know, doing certain things, you know, like kind of like the law of attraction, or well, not the law of attraction, but just kind of like positive thinking and stuff like that. Because yeah, law of attraction, because they talk about get very clear on your intention, and that is so difficult for me because I can see all of the flaws in whatever I'm wanting. You know, I don't just think, oh, this is 100% perfect, and so I can see, yeah, but this, or yeah, but that. And so it makes it very hard to have that crystal clear intention and in, you know, just direction that I feel like I'm going in. And the few times where I've made decisions and I just was I realized this is it, this is what, you know, there's no turning back now or anything like that. It felt so good to be in that space, because a lot of times I'm kind of second guessing myself. And so you might feel the same way, usually. But in this case, you're going to be very clear about whatever this thing is, and you're going to pursue it very enthusiastically. And outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. This is one of the cards in this deck, Wild Unknown Tarot deck, that I really feel is a great representation of what the card represents. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of perfecting your craft, and you think about and doing a really good job. So maybe this is a training that you're about to start, and maybe that's why the new moon is in your third house, and you're kind of like, you know, is this really what I want? You know, if you have to travel far away, you might be like a little bit hesitant, but then you're going to embrace it, and you're going to embrace this training, this, the Eight of Pentacles can be like a apprenticeship or an internship. It can just be, you know, doing a great job in your new place of employment and maybe reaping financial benefits from it. I mean, of a greater variety than you currently have. Maybe this is your dream job and you were just kind of like a little bit nervous about about the change in your life. So I like this reading for you, Virgo. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, please check me out below. My website is ReinaMoonAstrology.com. Take care. Bye.